Welcome back. This is the Boing BA. The targets we had 220 earlier. I think it went there a few times and it is still holding and is also doing ascending triangle. So let's look at the what we are calling 369 L3 banking bar trend line projection. Now there's a secret banking bars which we work with, but right now we're just gonna use the pivots and see where the reflections are coming. Next target is 237, and then we already have this target from April. It has not reached yet from the past earning. It is just going sideways. Now this stock, if you can buy 6 months out options or maybe 1 year out options at these levels, right, they just really work out nicely. You just have to, if you buy the such kind of leap scenarios 6 to 12 months out options, you will lose money every day. So there are tactical moves how we can overcome those theta decays. Anyway, so this reflection, let's check out some reflections coming out of this. Come on. Let's do a few of them. So let's start over and let's do a few of them. So first I will do is 369 L3. L3 is level 3 coaching program, which talks about the science behind all this, what's going on. So we take this trend line, and if we take this trend line, right? So let's take this two recent pivots. It is projecting the price to be around 237. We just saw that, right? If I go to the prior pivots, it is heading towards the box I already drew, so we can just draw that. I'll make it dash so we know where they are coming from, not to confuse with these other electromagnetic targets. These are coming from the electromagnetic 369 frequency targets, the yellow lines, so I just want to keep it that way. There's a tool which we use. It's called 369 electromagnetic targets, and you can now every stock based on its squaring and circular angular momentum, we define their frequencies. I'm just showing you default frequencies, but every stock has 30,000 stocks. We have their frequencies, 9-dimension frequencies, and if you combine them together, you can pinpoint all the highs and lows and the targets. But for now, let's add some more data on the right side. Sorry about that. Okay, so this tool, now as I said, we need to understand the key frequencies, right? Because this is converting energy and frequencies into price targets. Okay, and just based on 369, we can see that it is showing us where it is trying to go. From this low, it is trying to, so you can see here the frequency, if I put it on the top, came here, right? So these mid frequencies and the higher frequencies, it is trying to get to 237 area, 236, 237. Alright, so that's why I'm not going to plot it, but this is how it was plotted. If I take the recent ones, right? In this is the low in April and May. It is heading towards the bottom of this 251, right? 251. It is converging at that point. So this frequency can be tamed, as I said, to get a 100% precise targets. We need to have the frequency of each instrument embedded into this, and we cannot do that in public. So I'm just showing you 369 how we are coming with these targets in public. They are good enough to get to that point where we want to be, right? So there we go. So I'll keep these numbers. So let's bring back the reflector as well, and let's look at the down targets if it pushes down. So let's bring back the reflector. Now we also have a web predictor. There are a lot of tools here. Just we converted few of them into public domain. All right. I'm sure you guys have seen the other videos on the wave predictor, how we can predict all the big swings. There's a lot of science going on behind the scenes, so let's see if I can use this. All right. So if this is our trend line, this is our first target reflection point, so I will just make it as blue. So what that means is if this market breaks, right? If it breaks, is ascending, it can go up to these levels. If it breaks, it's gonna go here. So how you want to tactically trade it, you have to get a private course on that. There are 7-8 models. How do you hedge, neutralize, take bias, how you fund your investments from your trades itself, how you can do combination of stock versus options. So there's a lot of challenges getting huge funds protected. Let me just put it that way. So but technically speaking, I'm just gonna keep these levels, right? So they're pretty close, 139, 40, this range. If it gets here very aggressively one day, you know what to do. This is also posted since April, and it is just going sideways. It is collecting big energy, and this big move is coming. All right, we also added some frequency targets. As you can see, just wanted to remind you that because of these frequency targets, we got this box created in April, and we are just going sideways, up and down, $25. It's kind of strange for this stock, but it is going to move. The way it is compressing the coiling the energy is going to blast one way or the other. Now this is daily chart. We can directly go inside 4 hours and 1 hour and have a short term, but again we're not going to follow all this short term. People are trained in hedge fund courses how to do all this yourself, and also do it on a 4 hour, 15 minutes, and 4 hours, 1 hour, 15 minutes, and start taking some aggressive trades. So now in public space, we can just tell you these are the longer term targets, where they are. So that's about it. Nothing much to be said on this at this moment. Thank you.